Hey guys, wanted to do a quick Should You Read. Filmed an original intro to this video and I didn't like it. So this is going to be the Should You Read for The Queen of Blood by Sarah Beth Durst. And wanted to tell you about Bookie Club. Sundays at 4, we're going to try to do a discussion talk. And wanted to invite you to it. If you want to follow Bookie Club, there's a link in the description. And I'd love to see you there for the Dune read along with Nikki from I Read Past My Bedtime. So back to the review. Well, let me just tell you what book it is. So The Queen of Blood by Sarah Beth Durst. It's her story about a really cool world where they have like these spirits, and you have water spirits, you have tree spirits, you have earth spirits, you have air spirits, you have fire spirits, and like nothing in the world works without the spirits. So if you kill the spirits, everything dies. So, but the spirits are hateful and want to kill you, and the only thing keeping these spirits in check is the queen. So we follow a young girl whose whole family is, well, her family's okay, but her whole town is destroyed by these spirits. And so she meets a protector who then goes and tells the queen, hey, this town was destroyed. And then she joins the academy for people who can talk to the spirits and maybe one day be queen. So it's really neat to see the dynamic here where this author creates this fantasy world that's really interesting. Everybody lives in the trees, and there's other kingdoms where I guess different spirits rule, but this is more the tree spirit area, and they have different queens that control, and trying to explain this without being real spoilery here, but it's a really interesting idea. All the spirits go and they choose who they want the new queen to be, and they pick the most powerful woman because they have like a dual nature. They want to, make things grow, and the tree spirits, they want the water to flow. They want to do all these things, but they also want to kill. So they'll destroy what they create because they can't control themselves. They don't have, they don't really think. They are. So it's an interesting dynamic where they want to be told what to do. So the queen has been given the power by all the spirits to tell them, hey, I need you to do this. Through that, she controls them enough to get them out and doing good things instead of killing. But when she dies, all the heirs have to say choose, and then all the spirits go into like this weird state where they're just not doing anything and they're like waiting, and that usually lasts about a week or 10 days, I think. We meet Delinia, and she is the young lady who is our main character. I think everything except for a couple parts are where the guy who saves her initially in the first part, we follow him as well because he's like the secondary character, like the best male supporting actor, whatever. The one complaint I have about this book, and the only reason that I don't really love it, is I'm used to a very descriptive story. And in this story, she barely describes people. She describes the place and, situations and things like that. But you get almost nothing from the people. And it was kind of weird because I can't imagine in my head what Delinia looks like. I can't imagine what the other male character, Ben, looks like. There's a guy we meet, Hammond, and until almost done with the book, I didn't realize he was black. Like, just casually is mentioned his dark skin. Is like, but there's almost no description in it. And that can be cool because you can use your imagination and make them whoever you want to make them. But it was weird for me because I was like, I'm not feeling these characters because I don't really know who they are. And you go from like The Wheel of Time, which is my favorite series, and there's so much more description in it. Or like I was listening to the Dresden Files, and he was talking about this lady vampire, and you could completely describe that woman. He described her probably too much, a little. It was naughty, and so it was weird to go from that to this, where it feels like you don't know the characters or what they look like. You know who they are, like inside. You understood like Delinia was not as powerful as all the other girls at the academy, and she felt like an inferiority complex, but she was actually very smart and had a really neat way of interacting with the spirits that the other girls didn't because they just wanted brute force and control. And she, it was like her cool thing about her that it was exciting to see like the cool things that she was able to do, and she was a good character. And there's a really cool wolf in the story that I love. Like the wolf is awesome. Like, one of the best portrayals of a wolf that you'll see in fantasy. Really, really good. So I hope that you guys read this. It's a wonderful book, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.